Welcome. You're tuned into Tangled Threads. If you're digging our content, hit the like button and subscribe. Thank you. My childhood best friend is my wife's AP. It's time for revenge. Hey everyone, it's me. Call me Alex. I've been a lurker on this subreddit for a while now, but I feel it's high time to finally spew out the weird story that's been eating me alive for the past few weeks. I mean, it's like some soap opera meets detective thriller crap. Only I wish it was fiction and not my life imploding in real time. A bit of background first. My wife Lisa and I have been married for 7 years. We've always had that comfortable, almost telepathic bond you envy in old couples who finish each other's sentences. But recently things have changed. And not like, oh, she got a new haircut changed, but more in the realm of, is she an undercover spy? Changed. So, Lisa starts getting her nails done. No big deal, right? But the thing is, she goes to these appointments and comes back after 3 hours with no nails done. Claims the lines were long, or they botched the scheduling. Fine, I thought. Maybe the salon service really has dipped into the abysmal. Except it happened again, and again. Honestly, at this point, I was less concerned about potential infidelity, and more intrigued by her stubborn insistence on revisiting an obviously defective establishment. But wait, there's more. Around the same time that my wife decides to embark on her quest for the holy manicure, my childhood best friend Rob starts texting me. We had been thick as thieves back in the day, but lost touch over the years. Out of the blue, he's acting like we're in some godforsaken buddy cop film, just checking in, seeing how life's going. Harmless stuff, except the timing made my spidey sense tingle. There's a rule about setting your house in perfect order before you criticize the world. I decided to set my house in order before jumping to conclusions. I cleaned up, organized my thoughts, and started correlating data like some low-rent Sherlock Holmes. First experiment, try to get a hold of Rob when Lisa is on one of her nail salon trips. Outcome, no response. But hey, we're adults with busy lives. Could be a coincidence. Second experiment, try to get a hold of Lisa when she's supposed to be frustratedly waiting in a salon. Outcome, surprise, surprise. Unavailable. Not just once, but consistently. By now, the mental pieces were snapping together in a pattern I didn't want to see but couldn't ignore. My wife's sudden, unexplainable absences correlated with my friend's resurgent presence, and they were both perpetually unavailable at the same time. What's that saying? The truth is something that burns. It burns off deadwood, and people don't like having the deadwood burnt off. Well, the truth was starting to set fire to the deadwood of my denial, and I hated it, but it was necessary. So here's the plan. Before I don the metaphorical fedora of a white knight charging in to salvage my honor, I need solid, incontrovertible evidence. Something that even the world's worst defense attorney couldn't fumble. Then, oh boy, then will come the revenge. What form will this revenge take? That's the part where I'd cue the ominous background music if this were a YouTube video. Let's just say that revenge is a dish best served cold, and I have all the time in the world to chill it to perfection. The dominoes have started to fall, and I'll make sure they land exactly where I want them to. So, to all you guys out there who've been cheated on, double-crossed, or stabbed in the back, don't let the shadows of deceit cloud your judgment. Clean your room, set your life in order, and when the time is right, make your move. I'm about to make mine. Wish me luck. Alex P.S. I'll update once the saga concludes, assuming I don't end up in a storyline worthy of a true crime podcast, that is. Here is his first update. First, let's rewind a bit. I got myself a GPS tracker from Amazon, a sleek little device that'd make James Bond proud. Placed that baby discreetly under the seat of Lisa's car. Waited until the next time she had a nail appointment to fire it up. Sure enough, the GPS pinned her at a hotel on the opposite side of the city, light years away from any nail salon. My heart pounded like it was trying to audition for a heavy metal band as I drove there. Even before I arrived, there it was. Rob's car parked way on the other side of the building. Evidently, he wanted to keep a low profile. Too bad, pal. But fate wasn't done setting the stage. I strut into the hotel, ready for some dramatic theatrics. And who's the night manager? Karen, a blast from my past roofing days. The stars had truly aligned for this reckoning. I quickly fill her in, not expecting much. Legally, she couldn't hand over keys or info, but she did me one better. A cryptic tip to check out the coldest soda vending machine on the east end of the second floor. Now that's what I call friendship. So I ascend to what felt like the summit of Mount Adultery, my stomach a churning abyss of nerves and outrage. Karen's clue paid off. No guests were around, just closed doors guarding clandestine acts. I pressed my ear against each door. Some had the ambiance of slumber or late-night TV binging, but one, One had the unmistakable soundtrack of betrayal. I couldn't let this opportunity pass. I text Lisa about a surprise waiting for her post-nail appointment. I send Rob a message too, reminding him of our grade school drama over a girl we both liked. Both messages marked as read. The stage was set. Door cracks open, and it's Rob. Before he even fully steps out, I drive my fist straight into his nose, hearing the gratifying crunch that signals an instant bloody nose. Lisa screams like she's in a horror movie. Grabbing Rob by the collar, I pull him back into the room. "You think sorry's gonna cut it?" I yell as I continue to pummel him. His face becomes a tapestry of bruises, each one an indelible mark of his betrayal. I switch to open-hand slaps for good measure, painful but non-lethal, to avoid landing him in the ER. Rob keeps mumbling apologies, but I'm deaf to them. The only sound that matters is the slap of skin on skin, a metronome ticking away the seconds of his disgrace. Lisa is screaming, begging me to stop. "Shut your whore mouth," I tell her. "Watch, this is what you caused." After what feels like an eternity but is only a few minutes, I stop. My hand sore but my heart still racing with a turbulent mix of relief and anger. I pull out my iPhone, aim it at Rob's messed up face and snap a photo. One quick send later and his wife knows exactly what's happened, why her husband looks like he's gone 10 rounds with a wrecking ball. I tell Lisa to get her stuff and get out, the finality in my voice cutting through her sobs and pleas. I've said all I need to say, and done all I needed to do. I return to the lobby. Karen gives me a worried glance and I reassure her. I've given Rob a lesson that transcends legal repercussions. I retrieve the GPS from Lisa's car, sealing the last piece of evidence in my personal vault. I drove back home, but my heart is still pounding. But there's also a clarity, a grim satisfaction. I entered my home, taking a moment to hide the GPS tracker in the garage. Sure, tracking her with that was absolutely illegal, but sometimes you've got to cross lines to get to the truth. I stride into the living room where, after about 5 minutes of careless gathering, Lisa's belongings are now piled up. No words needed. The very act speaks volumes, a physical manifestation of the emotional gulf between us. I lock the bedroom door behind me, sealing myself off from her betrayals, from her cries and knocks that attempt to pierce through the wood and maybe my resolve. When the doorbell rings, I come out just to collect my Chinese delivery food. Lisa looks up, hope briefly flaring in her eyes, as if expecting me to suddenly break down and forgive her. Instead, I treat her as if she's a wisp of air, a figment of imagination, walking past her to the kitchen. She grabs my arm, desperation tinging her touch. I give her my infamous furrowed brow look, the one that's always meant business, and she recoils, letting go as if I were a hot coal, and runs back to the couch, resuming her sobbing. I eat my food, savoring each bite as if it's the first meal of the rest of my life. I head to bed, locking the door once again, sealing her out of this sanctuary that she's defiled. The next morning, I'm in the kitchen starting on my breakfast when she walks in. Wordlessly, I take out my phone and dial my lawyer. The conversation is a series of formalities, an itinerary for the journey of our divorce. But it's when I hang up and make another call that her face turns as white as a sheet. "Hello, Martha," I say, loud enough for Lisa to hear. "Yeah, this is Alex." Martha is her mother. Suddenly she bursts into fresh tears, but this time she's in motion, scrambling to collect her things. She dashes out the door into her car, and just like that, she's gone, leaving behind only the remnants of a life we once shared. And I stand there, phone still in hand, ready for the next act of this drama that will unfold in a courtroom. But for now, in this moment, the house is quiet, and it's mine. So, my dear Reddit community, the curtain falls on this harrowing drama. The next act unfolds in court, and I await it with newfound clarity and resolve. My house may be in ruins, but at least it's free of lies. To those who stood by me, your support fueled this quest for truth. For others, let my tale be a lesson. If you dig deep enough into the cesspool of deception, don't be surprised when you uncover a septic tank. Until next time, Alex. Well, that got straight to the point, didn't it? What would you have done differently if you were in Alex's shoes? Or do you think he did the right things? Let us know your thoughts in the comments section below. When you subscribe, be sure to click the notification bell. Click here for more Tangled threads.